In the beginning, there was what? Before galaxies spun, before time ticked, before even the whisper of a particle, what existed? It's a question as old as human thought and as vast as the cosmos itself. Today, we dive into the deepest mystery science, philosophy, and ancient wisdom have ever wrestled with. How did the universe truly begin? And what came before it? This isn't just an academic curiosity. It's a journey into the very fabric of reality, one that challenges our understanding of existence, origins, and perhaps even destiny. Imagine everything you've ever known, every planet, every star, every galaxy, compressed into a single invisible point. No space, no time, no light, just an unfathomable silence, stretching beyond comprehension. Then boom, a burst of something from nothing. Energy flared, time was born, space unfolded, and the universe began to breathe. But what triggered this first breath of creation? Why did something emerge rather than nothing at all? And here's the most staggering question of all. What came before the beginning? If there even was a before. This isn't just science. It's philosophy, mystery, and awe, wrapped into a single cosmic question that has haunted humanity since the dawn of thought. In this mind-expanding exploration, we'll travel from the limits of theoretical physics to the depths of ancient wisdom, peeling back the veil on what may lie beyond the Big Bang and what secrets the universe might still be keeping. Brace yourself, because the story of our universe doesn't start at the beginning, it starts just before it. Big Bang, science's boldest theory. The most widely accepted model for the universe's origin is the Big Bang theory. But despite its name, the Big Bang wasn't an explosion in space, it was an explosion of space. Around 13.8 billion years ago, everything we know, matter, energy, space, time, was compressed into a single, unimaginably dense point called a singularity. Then, in a fraction of a second, it expanded faster than the speed of light in a flash of unimaginable brilliance. From this moment came the laws of physics, quantum particles, and cosmic structures that formed stars, galaxies, and eventually, us. But here's where the mystery deepens. The Big Bang doesn't explain what caused the singularity, what came before, or why it happened at all. It is like turning on your favorite movie at the climax and having no idea what led up to it. So the question remains, what was there before the beginning, beyond the bang? What came before? This is where cosmology shifts from solid ground to cosmic speculation, and yet the ideas are nothing short of mind-blowing. 1. The eternal bounce, a cyclical universe. Imagine the universe isn't a one-time event, but part of an eternal cycle, a heartbeat of creation and destruction. The cyclical universe theory proposes that universes are born, expand, contract and collapse, only to be reborn in another Big Bang-like event. In this view, the Big Bang wasn't the beginning, but just this beginning. Ancient Eastern philosophies echo this rhythm in ideas like Hindu cosmology, which speaks of vast cycles of creation, kalpas, and dissolution. Modern physics is, in a way, catching up with these ancient patterns. 2. Quantum nothingness, creation from the void. Quantum theory challenges our very concept of nothing. In the quantum realm, nothing is unstable. Particles appear and vanish in empty space, governed by probability and fluctuation. Could our universe have popped into existence from this quantum vacuum, a realm without matter, but rich in potential? This theory, known as quantum cosmogenesis, suggests that universes can spontaneously emerge, like bubbles in boiling water, from a seething, formless quantum field. So what came before the universe? Maybe nothing, but not the kind of nothing we imagined. 3. The multiverse, infinite realms beyond ours. What if our universe is just one of countless others, each born from its own Big Bang, each with its own rules of time, gravity, and life? This is the concept of the multiverse, and while it remains highly theoretical, it's gaining traction. In some versions, new universes branch off constantly, each with different outcomes and configurations. What lies beyond our cosmic horizon? Perhaps an infinite ocean of worlds, and we are just one ripple in a boundless cosmic sea. Ancient echoes, what the ancients believed came before creation. Long before particle physics and cosmic inflation, ancient cultures sought to answer these same questions, not with equations, but with myth, symbol, and sacred texts. Hebrew. Mysticism and Genesis begins with, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." But the next line hints at a pre-cosmic chaos. The earth was formless and void, and darkness was over the face of the deep. Some Jewish mystics viewed this deep as a primordial realm of potential, Ein Sof, the unknowable infinite, from which creation flowed. Egyptian cosmology. In ancient Egypt, the god Atum emerged from the watery abyss of Nun, a symbol of the unmanifest. Creation began when Atum spoke existence into being, echoing the creative power of vibration, thought, or word. Eastern thought. The void as womb. Taoist and Buddhist teachings speak of the void not as emptiness, but as a fertile womb, the source of all being. The Tao is the unnameable origin, out of which all things arise and to which all things return. It's fascinating that ancient traditions often speak of formless beginnings, not unlike the nothingness of quantum theory. What it all means, and why it matters so. How did the universe begin? Was it a quantum fluctuation in an endless vacuum? A cycle within cycles, a divine spark? The truth is, we are still standing at the edge of the cosmic unknown. But this question isn't just about distant galaxies or faraway physics. It's about us. Where we come from shapes how we see ourselves. If we are born from nothing, are we random? If we are part of an infinite cycle, are we eternal? If we are a thought in the mind of the divine, what does that say about our potential? Standing on the edge of the beginning, in the grand timeline of the cosmos, human life is a blink, and yet we're the only species we know of that asks, where did all this come from? That question alone may be part of the answer. We are stardust wondering about the stars. We are echoes of the beginning trying to remember the song. Whatever came before time, it left clues, within atoms, ancient texts, and the awe that fills us when we gaze at the night sky. Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't what came before the universe, but why it chose to awaken as us. The beginning is only the beginning. In trying to answer how the universe began and what may have come before, we find ourselves not at the end of understanding, but at the very threshold of it. Science gives us glimpses, a flash of cosmic inflation, a whisper of quantum fluctuations, a hint of infinite cycles. Ancient traditions offer poetic echoes, voids before creation, divine breath, hidden realms beyond time. Yet, none hold the full picture, not yet, because the deeper we dig, the more the ground beneath our certainty dissolves. What if time isn't linear? What if before is the wrong question? What if the universe isn't a story, but an endless library of beginnings? And perhaps the biggest twist of all, what if the answer to where the universe came from is hiding inside you? This is just the surface. There are still breathtaking secrets to uncover, paradoxes to unravel, and possibilities that defy imagination. So ask yourself, if the universe had a first moment, what stirred it into motion? If nothing came before it, how did anything come to be at all? And if you're watching this here now, what does that make you in the grand story of it all? The quest has only just begun. Are you ready to follow it to the edge of the known and beyond? What is your views and comment? Please subscribe for Blast to come.